So, for anyone who hasn't seen what happened last time, we got white hair now, which is interesting. See, because I feel like I've played like a lot of games, especially where of all of the where the white-haired girl ends up being my favorite character, and I thought I was maybe safe in this game from that being the case, but as it turns out Mael is secretly has white hair, so I guess yeah. The trend continues, it would seem. Anyway, so we're here back in Lumiere. Everyone's dead, which is not great. The Paintress was a mother. I'm actually real, which is why I still exist. This whole world is merely a painting, an illusion, cast by... Well, actually, I think it's Versa's painting from back in the day. And, yeah, I was doing some thinking on it the other day, and basically, it seems like Mael is sort of... and I don't really like being...
Your father was the one erasing everyone. Why would he help repaint everything?
I hid the canvas before I entered, so Maman can't come back again. There's no need to erase the canvas anymore.
He'll want you to go home.
I'm not at risk like Maman. I haven't been in this canvas that long. Besides, Papa has a soft spot for me. He'll listen.
Anyways, so as I was saying, I think my dad is, or the curator I think is my dad, and he was the one who was actually killing everyone, not the Paintress, as it turns out. Because basically it seems like my mom kind of went a little crazy after my brother died, and kind of used this world to sort of bring back a facsimile of him to deal with her grief. Which wasn't great, because, you know, kind of the old issue of using escapism to just kind of ignore your day-to-day responsibilities instead of... Oh, is that the curator over there? Someone's... Okay. Anyways, but I will say, so one thing that I've been thinking about this for a little bit now, and I'm not normally the type who likes to do media criticism in terms of just references, of just like, oh, this is also what happened in this Greek myth, and isn't that compelling? Right? I sort of reject the idea that mere reference becomes all of a sudden super deep just because the thing that's being referenced is old. But I will say, like, there is sort of an unmistakable sort of through line here where it seems Mael is basically kind of a sort of a Christ figure in this world, it would seem. Like obviously this world is kind of, with the whole Gamages, was suffering a pretty big existential plight, and then we have Mael, who's... Because Mael is a paintress, which basically makes her kind of a god in this world, but then she comes down and takes on mortal form to... And if we can actually end up repainting everyone, basically kind of bring salvation back to the world, to an otherwise doomed world. So it's interesting. But let's see if we can actually make that happen. Also, I've got the game on the SSD now instead of the hard disk drive, so hopefully things should run a little smoother than last time. A lot of the particle-heavy effects were slowing down before, but I think this maybe will help. Seems like it's helping so far.
Papa.
Alicia. You're safe. I thought I told you to stay home.
Technically, my body's at home.
Some of Eileen's finest work. I regret that it caused you so much pain. What Eileen did was unfair to you most of all. Please, accept the Descendre family's apologies. I know it seems absurd to offer oblivion as recompense, but perhaps that's the outcome we both desire.
What?
I'm proud of you. Getting your mother out of the canvas was not easy. Once we erase the canvas, We won't have to worry anymore.
She's home now. Why?
You know your mother. Verso painted this canvas. It contains a piece of his soul. She'll never willingly part with it.
No.
For the sake of the living, we must part with the dead.
No, Papa. See, I hid the canvas.
She will always find it. This is our only opportunity, while she's too sick from her prolonged descent into the canvas to return.
No. Papa. Papa, please. This is Verso's only canvas. You can't destroy the last piece of him that we have. This is my home now. You can't just decide...
Your home? After all that with your mother, you want to stay?
You know how little remains of my life outside.
Alicia, you'll die. You've already been here longer than you should.
But...
No. Look at me, I said no. I am not letting my daughter risk her life. Alicia.
I'm not, Mama. I'm not going to lose myself if I stay.
I know full well you will, and I am not doing this again!
Oh.
No! Papa, what are you...
It's time to go home.
Verso! No, not on my watch. Oh! That's different petals from the... Oh.
Verso, come on.
From the title screen. Renoir's is red and males are kind of white or pale. Whoa!
I can see them.
Alien's creations are more aesthetically pleasing. And Verso's. So, that didn't go great. I'm kind of torn though, like, Renoir does have a point. Right, we can't just, like, there's a real world that we need to be involved in, not just retreat into fantasy. But do we really need to destroy a whole world full of thinking, living beings? To be able, I don't know. Like, there must be a more sensible middle ground.
I did it so easily. What am I doing wrong?
Don't be discouraged. It's only been a day since you remembered your Paintress side.
We believe in you.
Remember them. Painting isn't about verisimilitude, it's about essence. Truth of who they are. Your father made the axles, right?
She who plays with wonder, he who guards truth with lies.
They're the essence of your mother and your brother.
Oh. Lune, Ciel, welcome back.
We have much to talk about.
So you were her daughter? And you were a paintress too?
So cool, right?
And you knew this whole time! You fucking coward! You betrayed us! We trusted you!
You can bring them back too. Yeah? Everyone we've lost.
Yeah, but I need chroma and Papa controls all the chroma in the canvas.
No. Not all of it. The expeditioners. The ones killed by Nevrons. Gustave noticed their chroma remains in their bodies. They never dissipated. Like the gamage.
It's old chroma and not pure. It won't be like bringing the two of you back, but we could use it in other ways.
Okay.
Time for the greatest expedition in history.
Huh. I was actually kind of expecting to be male in this part now, because Act 3 is... Well, Act 1 was called Gustave and we're Gustave at camp. Act 2 was called Verse and Reverse in camp. So I figured in Act 3 where it's called male, we'd have be male in camp. Oh, we can't upgrade our weapons anymore! Ah! Well, good thing we upgraded, like, all the ones we use regularly already. Guess that makes sense. Additionally, maybe we want to go suits. Gonna clean up a bit. There we go. Look at that. I mean, this suit doesn't really fit for the expedition out in the wilderness. Has there always been a giant floating building there? Huh. Well, hey, Meganoka.
Not to say I told you so, but I do believe that I did, in fact, tell you so.
Thanks for the support.
Was it worth it? What will you do now?
I'll do my best to earn their trust back.
Quite a steep hill to climb.
Okay. One other thing I kind of noticed. So this is like Verso's childhood painting, right? Which is actually really interesting because, like, all of the creatures in here, all of, like, the unique creatures, they all wear, like, masks and stuff. Which actually makes a whole heck of a lot of sense because, faces, granted, I'm not an artist, but from what I understand, faces are one of the hardest things to draw. So just, if you make all your unique creations have these little, like, masks and stuff, it actually makes it, in theory, much easier to draw. Like, say, for Child Verso. Which is kind of neat.
Save it.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't need your mea culpa. You did what you felt you had to. Of course, you were wrong. But, oh well.
I thought you'd be more upset.
I was. I got over it. Everything I knew about our world is wrong. And you know what? I don't care. 'Cause death isn't death anymore. And that means I can see my husband again.
CL.
Oh, please. I'd sacrifice you in a heartbeat to get him back. So, I understand. We're good.
Thank you.
As long as you help me bring Pierre back. You owe me.
You got it.
Okay. Death isn't death anymore, right? Let's have some music. Well, I mean, we got Alicia. Which I guess explains why, there was no track called Male, because, like, we already had a male track. It's called Alicia. And we did find it right next to the room where we found Male, so that actually lined up perfectly.
Ooh. can be sad, or bad, or even rad, but never, ever mad. Bad things happen when we get mad.
Oh, I know.
But I can never be mad at you.
You're probably the most upset with me.
I was right not to trust you.
I mean, I was gonna say it all worked out. Everyone's dead aside from you guys.
And what would you have done in my position?
I wouldn't have betrayed my expedition. I would have warned them that everyone they cared about was about to be erased. That they were about to be erased. I would have told them the truth. Because after everything we've been through, we deserved that.
So you choose your expedition over your mother?
That's your problem. You think in false dichotomies. It wasn't an either-or situation. Other solutions were possible if you'd only trusted us enough to ask.
Knowing what you know now, would you have helped me force my mother out of the canvas? I don't apologize for saving her, but I am sorry I broke your trust. And I will do everything I can to help bring everyone back.
I guess we'll see.
Where's Mel? Oh, also, I do want to check out, because... Oh, okay, we can upgrade expedition resources from here. Right! Because I guess the curator would have been using, probably, painter powers, and now Mel can probably do that for us. Okay. Makes sense. Well, that's... Okay. That's pretty neat. Well, let's look at the skills, because Mel apparently got new skills. Ooh, painting skills. Phantom Strike deals very high void damage to all enemies. 4 hits. Also gives plus 35% of a gradient charge. I mean, that seems pretty good. I mean, that's probably... I mean, it's 7, so it's going to be... It's a bit more expensive than the one we currently use as our AoE. Which is... It's one of these. Okay. Stendhal deals extreme single-target void damage for 1 hit. Removes self-shields and self-applies defenseless. Now, that seems kind of bad. And it's extreme single-target damage, but... I was gonna say it's only 1 hit, but that doesn't matter as much anymore because we can break the... We can do more than 9,999 damage. Burning Canvas. Deals high single-target void damage, 5 hits. Applies 1 burn per hit. Damage increased for each burn on the target. Interesting. And I think getting all of these, I think we got the points for it. Let's grab all of these. Like, they all seem really good. And Phantom Strike, at the very least, probably outdoes our current AoE. 5... So it's high single-target void damage, as opposed to what we currently do, which is Sword Ballet, which is... extreme single target normal damage, or using the weapons element rather. Still this skill we haven't unlocked yet. Interesting. So I don't think we necessarily, because we aren't really a burn build, so I don't think we get Burning Canvas. Removes self shields and self applies defenseless. Extreme void damage for 1 hit. I just don't think Stendhal necessarily makes the cut. I think Sword Battle is probably generally better. So let's take a look at Mail here. Yeah, we gotta level up Painted Power, of course. Because that's something that we probably want to unlike everyone, even if we are still doing solo Mail build. So... We definitely want, I think, Phantom Strike instead of Fencer's Flurry. It does require more AP, but I think it's better. Because it's very high void damage for 4 hits. Yeah, that's definitely better. Not to mention, Male normally has a fair amount of AP anyway. I don't think Stendhal is very good. But So Burning Canvas. 5. Okay, hold up. That's only 5 AP. Okay, I don't think it replaces Sword Ballet. But it's at only 5 costs. That's actually... It's a good, cheaper option. You could replace Spark. It's a little more expensive, but I think... It applies burn, but it also applies, like, way more damage. Yeah. And Male's skills are getting pretty expensive, but we can give her maybe some energizing Pictos or Luminas, perhaps, to make up for it. Not to mention, you know, because she gets attacked so much, she gets a lot of chances to parry, so she normally has a lot of energy anyways. One of the benefits of doing the solo build. She likes hanging out by the little creek, right? Where is she? Where are you hiding, Mel? Or Alicia, or whatever you prefer to be called? Oh, this guy. I don't think we've spoken to him since we found another lost gestural. You found some of my kids! Which reward should I give you? Oh, this should be useful here. Okay. Thanks, I guess? Thought I'd find you here. Maybe I do want to do civilian clothes. Match Male. Yeah, now we're matching.
We have to push Papa out of the canvas before he erases everything.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He's been weakened by his battle with Maman. That's probably why he hasn't come after us. But it won't stop him for long.
If you and your father keep fighting, you risk breaking the world again. Another fracture, but this time, it might be you trapped inside the monolith.
What's the alternative?
Maybe you should go home.
Verso.
You're fighting each other, but you're all doing the same thing.
No.
Eileen wants her son back. Renoir wants you and Eileen back. You want Gustave back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gommage. It's your family's cycle of grief. Our whole world carries the burden of your family's grief.
It's interesting. Versa, who's a artificial construct of the canvas, wants effectively the world to end, but for Alicia to be back in the real world and safe, as Male wants. It's right in the journal of Gustave's apprentice. Oh, that's also another interesting thing I noticed, which is so Male finds a spot where she can write. So apparently this whole thing kicked off somehow where Male was kind of ensnared and tricked by the writers, and yet here she is doing some writing. It's interesting. I feel like it's significant, but I'm not sure how. She spends some time writing in Gustave's journal to honor his memory. She writes out everything, the painters, Eileen, Renoir. So no matter what happens, the truth will be written somewhere. Male immerses herself in Gustave's journal, poring over every detail. She will forever cherish his memory. The memories of Gustave inspire Male. Ooh, skill unlocked. Gustave's homage. Ooh. She is sure that when she brings the apprentices back, they want to read this story. Male heads back. Okay, well, we gotta see what that skill is. Is that the one that was locked? Must be. Good thing we wrote everything down. But she just straight up has it. Deals high single target lightning damage. 8 hits. Increased damage to marked targets. Doesn't remove mark. Oh, that seems really good too. And it puts you in Virtuoso stance. Ooh. Okay, there's an argument to be made. I mean, 8 hits. 8 hits is a lot. There's an argument to be made you get rid of Swift Stride in favor of that. Yeah. At least for now. Now, if only we had a reliable way to mark enemies. We might. And there's marking shots, of course. What's marking? Where is it? 20% chance to apply a mark on free aim shot. The issue is our skills are so expensive, we don't really do free aim shots. It's like 20% is not enough to make that worthwhile. I don't think any of our skills apply mark, unfortunately. Like, especially, like, this is 8. So, I mean, if you were at 9, you could do, like, 1 shot to try to mark. That's only going to work 1/5 of the time. And even still, 8 high damage lightning hits. That's going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, it's a good thing we're writing in the journal. Alright, let's check up on the others.
Nice hair.
Oh, yeah. That.
I can't believe there's another world out there. A world I'll never get to see.
I'm sorry. I didn't. My memories. I would have told you if I'd known.
Don't apologize. You were trapped too. You lived among us. You're one of us. Even if you're also one of them.
It's so weird. I have memories of 2 childhoods. 2 homes. 2 Lumiere.
Yeah, that'd be odd, for sure.
You're not an orphan anymore. You just found your family. Don't you want to be with them?
I love my family, but they're all gone. In one way or another. And you're my family too. So are Gustav and Emma. And I didn't see it at the time, but all the families who took turns taking care of me.
Maya.
This is a lot to take in.
Yeah. But for the first time in a long time, I have hope.
Alright. Oh. Controller, why'd you disconnect? Okay. Guess time to create the greatest expedition in history. So what can we do with these guys?
Clair obscur, trouble de rature, courera et fait. Clair obscur, voir des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature, trouvera et fait. Clair obscur, voir des hauts peintures, trouvera sans elle.
But those who come after. What was this?
Clair obscur, guardé aux peintures. Clair obscur, trouveras-tu, trouveras effet. Clair obscur, guardé aux peintures, trouveras sans elle. Clair obscur, trouveras-tu, trouveras.
Alright. Welcome back, y'all. Sorta, at least. Escape ability unlocked. Lie. Expedition 33 final objective. Head back to Lumiere and expel Renoir from the canvas. Alright. Well, well, well.
Once we're ready, we can head to Lumiere.
So can we just, like, straight up do that now?